Today, I'm taking you through our curriculum choices for the next 12 months. I am so excited to share with you our math choices, our history choices, our language, and elements to our nature study that we're going to be incorporating, and our music studies as well. Had people contacting me through Instagram asking me, what are you using for math? I saw your video and you let us know that you're really excited about math, but you didn't say what it was. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, but I was just so excited. But I really wanted to have it in my hands before I told everybody. Now I've got it. And can I just say, this is an American curriculum and it took like around 5 days to arrive. That is insane. That has never happened before. It's always been weeks, like 4 weeks plus. And it drives me insane. It drives me crazy. I hate waiting for things like that. I'm first off, amazing service. And the curriculum that we have chosen for math is actually Right Start. Now, I have been watching Right Start for quite a while now, probably a good 12 months. I have dismissed it previously due to price. Simply just, it's up there and I didn't feel that that was necessary at the time. Now that we're getting a little bit further into our studies, my son's getting a little bit older and he's really showing that he has quite a knack for math. He's interested in it. He lights up with it. It is definitely something that he enjoys, and the same with my daughter as well. So there's a couple of things that I really like about Right Start. So I've actually chosen, let me just say that I've chosen level B for my daughter and I've chosen level E for my son. Those levels are probably below what they need to be on, but because Right Start is all about, building a strong foundation in math, I really wanted to make sure that they had an easy, gentle approach into learning just the foundations of what they're going to be learning. We will move quickly through our lessons. We've already done a couple of lessons and I can see that it's very easy for them, but they're enjoying it and they're loving it. And that's what I'm looking for. I want them to just ease into the curriculum rather than it be like hard or challenging right off the bat. So I just wanted to let you know that that's the choices that we've made, and I'm aware that it's probably a little bit lower level for them, but we will catch up very quickly. The things I love about this curriculum, there's many. It is very hands-on. It is very light on worksheets. This is the worksheet book. I think that is, saying something. The teacher guide, however, is a little bit more lengthy. It is very teacher intensive in the sense that it is definitely up to the parent to kind of move things along and structure the lesson out, have the manipulatives at hand because it is very heavy, it is very kinesthetic, it is very hands-on. So you do need all the manipulatives, and that's what you need to purchase up front, and that's what makes it a little bit more expensive. However, unlike Matthew C, which I was also looking at, once you've purchased the manipulatives, that's all you need. That's all you need right up until the top grade. So that was reassuring for me because I was definitely confident with this choice. So if you're confident in your choice with this, if you think Right Start is going to be a good fit for, a good number of years, that purchase of those manipulatives is incredibly good value if you think about it. Not having to get anything else in addition is fantastic in my opinion. And can I just also mention the fact that the manipulatives are really good quality. Some of these things I would really struggle to source here in Australia. And I also think that the quality is far beyond anything I would probably be able to source as well on that level in terms of, the value. So I think that right off the bat, they are really setting a great first impression for me and for my kids. The first lesson that my son did involved a card game. I mean, we love games in our home. So that was a very big thing for me to incorporate games. I mean, there's math in everything we do, and we play a lot of games. So I already felt good about that choice. And just the fact that it has that strong foundation and understanding the connection between addition and subtraction and just building on that basically is what they do. I really liked the fact that they have at the beginning a nice ease into, you know, they cover the review of the previous course. So they don't assume that you've just, you know, you're going, like, obviously there was level A before level B. It's reviewing level A at the beginning. So it's just a nice kind of smooth transition into this level. I like that. Same with my son. It had a review of the previous level, which was far easier for him. And it just allowed him to get familiar with the manipulatives and how they're supposed to be used. I love this curriculum and of that it is adaptable to Australian. I think that it incorporates the Australian money so that it's to our metric system, and it just, I mean, it's just brilliant. It's a beautiful curriculum. I love it so much. And I'm so excited. So I'll definitely be doing a full review of this curriculum. I may even do another whole do a lesson with us, all that sort of thing. If you're interested in seeing more about this, definitely let me know in the description box below. But fantastic first impression. So happy to share it with you. And I truly am, like, the kids had friends over on the weekend and they spent most of the day playing with the manipulatives. So that's saying something, to just be able to go, oh, how's this work? And we've got to look them up, and then the math games and all of that sort of stuff. Like, it was just, everyone was really interested in it, and it was just super fun to think that, you know, that's a curriculum. Like, how often does that happen? Okay, so for language this year, we are doing Spanish with Talkbox Mum. I will leave everything that I mentioned in this video in the description box below, all of the links and all of the details of what we're actually using, so you can go and investigate that further. Every year we've had the best of intentions to study Spanish. It's been something that I've always wanted to learn. The kids have always wanted to learn it. It's just something that we're really drawn to. And this year I decided, no, we've kind of brushed on it. We've got a couple of books in the library. We've never really found anything that works. This year I decided to really make it part of our goals. Talkbox Mum is an incredible curriculum where you have an app to allow you to focus on specific phrases that you want. Now, you can have a subscription and it gives you automatic lifetime access to the app, or you can purchase the book like I did. So the book is the book of all the phrases that they have within the app. And the book allows you to kind of look through it, and you can use the book in conjunction with the app. And the app allows you to hear, you can click on the phrase and it will speak to you in Spanish or the language that you choose, because they offer many languages. It will speak that phrase slowly at first and then more quickly. So it allows you to hear it properly and pronounce it. I love that. I think that's genius. So you can see it in the book and you can hear it in the app. And you can focus by selecting a couple of phrases just to focus on that week until you actually have them understood. Now, the subscription box is a fantastic idea. And honestly, I would do it if it didn't cost so much to post to Australia. And the delay, I was looking at 4 to 6 weeks for postage time. And we all know it's much longer than that usually. So I just didn't feel that it was of good value for myself to get, being where I live. But if you live within the the free postage service, I think that that's a fantastic idea and quite good value as well. By purchasing the book, I still have lifetime access to the app. So I think that is fantastic. So we can get started working on that, and we are, even without the book, because I realized that's going to take some time to get to it. Just did a little introduction course that they offer for free if you sign up to their newsletter on their website. We did that course and we had so much fun. And before we knew it, we were already speaking Spanish in our backyard, playing a ball game. And it was fantastic. The kids loved it and they did not want to stop. So I was sold. And I think the fact that they offer such great samples and like something that you can really take off with and use in your home properly with your kids is just something that I think is just a brilliant, genius idea. And I think that more curriculum creators should be doing it, but they don't, and it makes me upset. So I've been focusing on making sure that I really support these curriculum creators that actually offer great value samples so that we can actually get a better idea of what we're using in our home, what we're actually paying money for. Definitely go ahead and subscribe to Talkbox Mum and get that free sample and try it out in your home. Your kids will love it. My kids have just had so much fun with it, and we are already able to speak Spanish within our home in a context that we actually would normally. So that is just brilliant. History this year, we are going with Curiosity Chronicles. There were many wonderful choices within the history realm. We already have purchased Story of the World and we've done ancient history before, but it just didn't feel as exciting as it could have. I felt there was something missing. And Curiosity Chronicles, from the minute we started it, and they offered a wonderful sample, 3 lessons for free in their sample that they provide, which is fabulous. Like it includes the printables, it includes the picture book, it includes the audio. The thing I love about it is that it is in audio files, and they're individual audio files per chapter, which works fantastic with Freely. So I put them into Freely, I save them in Freely, I break down the printables and put them into Freely so I can just kind of bite-sized pieces, 1 per week. And we do that in the car. So I print the printables out, the kids color in the pictures in the car on their little tables, and we listen to, it's like a 6-minute audio for the chapters, that in the car on the way when we go to co-op. So all of a sudden we're like doing school. It's really fun. It's really enjoyable. The characters are fantastic, really likable characters. My kids are already instantly, talking about them and enjoying their sense of humor and their approaches and understandings of history. And it is just a really delightful curriculum. We're really enjoying it, and it's breaking down history in a way that my kids really connect with. So I highly recommend that you try the sample if you find something like that interesting. They have a timeline. I've purchased the PDF curriculum because I can put that all into Freely and break it down and only print out, the bits that I need, which is fantastic. I love the fact that they've got a timeline that they give you multiple ways to use it. I love that. My kids are very visual, so I'm thinking we're going to do something pretty extravagant with that. And they also have a lap book, which I think is really cool too. So I haven't decided how we're going to break down the lessons in terms of like what particular things we're going to do. They have a lot of things that you can just deep dive in. So the kids are already kind of indicating to me that they would like to go on those deep dives. So, there's a lot of extra stuff that you can do within this curriculum, which I like, but you can also just go lightly with it as well. So during periods of time that we're really busy and we've got a lot of stuff on, we can just go lighter with it and still get a lot from it. But then, when they have those questions and they want to go on that rabbit trail together, I can facilitate that and not have to do too much work on my behalf as well. An extra addition this year has been that we purchased some cameras for our kids. We got the little Instax cameras, the little Polaroid cameras, and they have where the film actually comes out after you take the photo, and they have to wait a few minutes for it to develop. I think it's like 15 minutes. And it has been fantastic for our nature studies. So it's really great because we can go for a walk, they can take photos along the way, come home and do their journal, like their nature journal in their books. But I love the fact that it's really getting them, you know, thinking about what's around them, what's something beautiful that I can take a photo of. And they're getting into it way more than what they did with their nature journals. So to me, that's already starting that whole mindfulness of like what's going on, and they're instantly relaxing and getting into that experience of that nature walk and noticing things that weren't there before. And you know, things are starting to flower here already. It's already starting to warm up here. So it's just been a really beautiful experience. Lastly, we have decided, so we have a little keyboard and we have some guitars and all sorts of kind of musical instruments, but we decided to sign up to an app that my daughter has been using for free for a while, but she's reached her, you know, her free quota of how far she can go with this app. It's called Piano by Musician. I'll leave the link in the box below. My daughter has been particularly enjoying it. She's finding it far easier to follow along with we've tried a couple of different apps. This one has been really good. So we're going to be using that for piano. My son has also indicated that he would like to try it as well. Because we're going so deeply with everything else, step back a little bit with music and just enjoy it, and learn to play some instruments and read music properly, and just create that foundation of letting out instruments that we already have. So there are definitely still some little bits and pieces that I'm interested in getting throughout the year. I have a plan, I've got my notes, and I've put them into Freely of all the other little links that I have that I'd like to purchase along the way. But I have a really good, you know, core subjects are done. They're chosen, we're already started, and we're already loving it. And the decision for these curriculum choices have already been confirmed that they are winners. So I'm so happy to have been able to share with you what we've purchased, what we're enjoying, and how, you know, we've already done a couple of lessons and loving it already. I'm super excited to share more of these curriculums, individual curriculums, particularly the math one, the Blossom and Root in my previous video as well, and really maybe even show you just a lesson and how it works and how I'm, you know, using it within my digital planner as well. And just in general, how they're working all together really well. And that's the thing, like it's funny, you know, we're obviously very eclectic. We've mixed all sorts of different curriculums together. Sometimes I like the unit study approach where you're kind of doing everything all at once, but this has a very sort of unit study feel to it as well. All of these curriculums kind of complement each other in the way that they are working. Maybe I fluked it, I don't know. But they seem to flow really well with each other. And we're definitely not feeling like we're over scheduled like some curriculums are. And I think that's down to the fact that a lot of these curriculums are not heavy on the handwriting. Right Start is not heavy on handwriting and worksheets. That is what I wanted. I purposely chose it for that reason, that we're still doing math, we're still learning amazing things, we're still writing, but only when it's purposeful. It's not this repetitive, you know, drum it into you, write it down every day kind of approach. It's more about, you know, getting their hands moving and thinking as they're moving, and the brain absorbs the information better. Studies have shown that, and I've seen it before my eyes that it works. So and the same goes with Blossom and Root as well. It's not heavy on the handwriting, and the handwriting is purposeful when it does require writing, and I think it's very relevant and it's just enough. So guys, that's it. That's our curriculum choices so far. I know there's going to be little additions, and I'll definitely update you with any of the extras. If you haven't already, I'd love you to subscribe. I have so many wonderful things coming your way. I have some great videos coming up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope it gave you a couple of ideas on how, you know, different curriculums can have very, very different approaches as well to teaching the same stuff, really. It just breaks it down in a different way. And that's the cool thing, that we as homeschoolers get to choose that. We get to research these curriculums. We know how our kids learn and what is most important to them and us. And we can make those decisions, really, really valuable decisions, and execute them really in a way that makes our day with our kids so much more enjoyable. We're having a blast with some of these curriculums that it feels like we're just playing games and having fun, and we're learning so much in the process of that. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. And if you haven't already, I'd love you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Thanks, guys.